Alright, response video to Barklord, I think. No, not really. General subject of this, even this term, metaphysics, and this conversation about what we are, and free will, and all this other determinism, and all this other crap. So I'll just throw out some more shit. Yeah, so it's like one of these first premises or facts that people have to get to. Is basically, first you have to accept that there's one universe to be described. There's one reality. There's this physical universe with matter and energy in it. There's no special energy. There's no yeah, we're not communing through something. We're not doing any of that crap. It's pretty direct. We can see it. We can analyze a lot of it. Yeah, we don't have all of it nailed down because some of it's really, 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 really tiny. But yeah, we've got the blueprint down close enough. We've got enough puzzle pieces to draw conclusions, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. It's sort of the obligation. I guess that's it's sort of irritating. So Barklord's claiming that I've completely misparaphrased him and done him some great indignity or wrong. So fuck it, okay? I just won't bother trying to communicate with you. You're completely indirect. All you phantasmagorical fuckers, you say all this shit. It isn't even a literal sentence. This stuff doesn't mean anything. You just talk crap. And then you complain because people don't understand what the fuck you're saying. Because you don't say anything, that's why. Metaphysic versus metaphysics. What the fuck does that mean? Oh yeah, so it's one universe full of universal things. So fucking what? You were basically claiming that that's somehow more significant than the individual things. I mean, the more important thing for a brain to notice is that there are individual things that can be identified, that have individual functionality. And yes, it's one fucking universe, but I think the more important fact is there's components in the universe, and they have different character and different abilities and capacities. And this is not a human being. This is not even a sentient creature. So it's different. It's in a different fucking category, and it's fucking rational to make those distinctions. Yeah. So well, anyway, it's just irritating. I mean, there was nothing unfair about that video. So anyway, yeah. Look. We sort of have the first. You concede evolution. Well, there's a consequence to conceding evolution. It's sort of a first cause thing. So we have a first cause for life, anyway. All right, for one, for one way of looking at the universe, for one section of the universe, we have this first cause idea, where there was one reproducing cell, and this is what it led to. Okay, gazillions of reproducing cells. And that over 4 billion years those cells would take on some attributes and character that would be different, that they would distinguish themselves in different ways. One would become one kind of thing and another kind of thing, because the environment suited that evolution. But it was all decided the day the real first cause, where you go back even further, where the atoms, where the energy was first put into motion. And yes, of course, we can't calculate the presence, the position of every single bit of atomic energy in the universe, and therefore we can't calculate exactly what's going to happen. So what? Is that all this is about, is predicting what's going to happen tomorrow? Is that what you're talking about, that somehow that is some sort of profound observation? Well, I think we've known that forever, and I think that truth will exist forever. We're not going to be able to predict tomorrow exactly, but we are able to make some general statements. We are able to make some predictions that are pretty close to that are usefully accurate. That tend to be accurate, let's say. So even you bring up this stupid crack whore making calls on your cell phone. Yeah, it's pretty predictable. What the hell is that? That even that was kind of a weird argument. So yeah, we can predict lots of stuff because we know lots of stuff about what the nature of the beast is. And that's when it gets into this whole thing, is we know where our consciousness came from. It was a tool that was useful to a biological organism that was reproducing, that was surviving, that was doing the I'm fitter thing in an environment, and that's all it was. And whether it has some sort of incidental character that's worth the notice of an intelligence, where an intelligence should take notice and say, that's an interesting feature, even though it came from a crappy origin, even though it's born it's a bastard son, it's got some character and some value. And so we can have that conversation. Maybe this consciousness thing has some sort of fringe benefit that's worth talking about and saying, there's value in this game we're playing. But we can't take it out of the game that it's built into. We can't ignore the truth of where it came from and what it's doing here, and what our psychology is made out of. And all this I don't understand and I can't figure it out and we don't know talk is just a way of escaping, I think, what we do know. You just don't want to concede the truth. And so you're going to play this game and mystify and magicalize by creating this fog, and that's all it is. It's a fog created for that purpose. The point isn't to draw a road map that has every blade of grass, every curb, every missing stone from a driveway, every crack in a driveway. There's no point in us drawing such a road map. That's preposterously idiotic, and we don't effing need it to do everything we need a road map to do, everything we need a description of reality to serve. Every purpose it needs to serve can be served without this minutia. And the reason why you're demanding the minutia exist is because you don't like what the road map looks like. You don't like where it's pointed. You don't like the road. You don't like the choices. You don't like how it confines and narrows how you psychologically play the life game. And that's what it is, though. You're just playing the game. You're not playing the let me define and describe reality game. You're playing the how do I make my life mean something game. And so that's fine. I'm not even saying there's something wrong with that, but don't do it masquerading as a thinker. Don't do it masquerading as somebody who wants to know the fucking truth. It's as bogus as creation science. You want the legitimacy of a science while you strip it of all of its dignity and reality and usefulness and integrity. It's disgusting tactic, and that's the game being played. So fuck you. I didn't misparaphrase you. I didn't cheat your argument. I gave you the the courtesy of not playing your video. But if that's the way I have to play the game just to prove that I'm not perverting your argument, then that's what I'll do in the future. I'll just play your goddamn videos and pick every point you make to pieces. Because you don't make points, you don't make arguments. You just say something stupid like, well, we don't know where every atom is in this penny, so therefore we don't know, what we're doing here, and we don't know how to think, and we don't know where we are, and we can't draw any conclusions because we don't know where every fucking goddamn molecule is. I mean, it's just bullshit. It's a bullshit argument. Alright, so I wanted to get this to the 10 fact thing. I wanted to bend it there somehow. So I mean, the first premise argument's got to be yes, that the first fact that's important because you really can't have a conversation. There's one reality, and it can be described. If you don't think it can be described, if you don't think we can understand the patterns and the forces and know enough, then there's no conversation really to have, because I just think I can't see us as that ignorant. I can't see us as that incapable and incompetent. I think that's just crap and bullshit. I mean, that's like two people being at a trial and listening to the evidence, and you know, it's just it's clear cut, and somebody's going to say, well, we don't know, maybe a UFO did it and it was disguised as him. You know, they just come up with any kind of preposterous way to come up with some sort of unreasonable theory of possibility, and all this doubt. That's the only thing you can fill it with, is some sort of unreasonable possibility. What, you know, Bugs Bunny created the universe? I mean, yeah, you can do that kind of crap forever. But there's just no evidence of any of that shit. Every time we reveal a truth, it comes up, no Bugs Bunny. And so it's yeah, it's just an effort to avoid the truth. The truth is our existence is really fucked up chemistry, and that's all it is. And it's reproduction run amok on an island, where it just becomes cannibalistic. Yeah, you become eccentric and complex, but not better, to pursue what? You know, a satisfaction of a need that should have never been created, a need that certainly doesn't need to be created. All the need is in us. We're born with the need. The need isn't in the world, it isn't in reality. We impose it on reality, and you know, and then we satisfy some minor portion of it and call it a victory. And I've used these analogies, and no one's been able to do much to argue against them. But yeah, it's like spilling milk, and then you clean up half of it and give yourself credit. Well, look what a great job I did. I cleaned up half the spilled milk, but you're not gonna concede that you spilt the damn milk in the first place. So what you've in net really accomplished is you've got the spilt milk that you left behind on the fucking floor. We can't do anything but make a mess, and at best all we can do is minimize the mess we make. And it's a sad and depressing truth, but it's the fucking truth. And again, that's my argument, that all this artificial contrivance of uncertainty and lack of knowledge and inability to understand what our brain is doing, we can see it. It doesn't take any work at all to look inside yourself and see the wheels turning, the silly, crappy, stupid, silly gears turning, the selfish, little, petty nonsense gears turning. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, this video didn't go the way I wanted it to. You know, I'm really sick of people with this fucking accusation that I'm fucking cheating somewhere in the argument. I mean, I spend hours in Stickam. I make all these videos. I play other people's videos, and still all these fucking assholes keep complaining that somehow I'm perverting their argument. Well, then make a clearer fucking argument, because I can't see the perversions, you fuckers. And I resent this accusation. I really resent it. What, you think I've distorted, what I've deliberately misparaphrased you to pervert the argument? Well, I haven't done that, you stupid shit. And I'm not a stupid person. So I guess you're not being very fucking clear. So maybe you ought to use more explicit language and say things a little fucking more directly, and then you won't get misparaphrased. You stupid motherfucking fuck planks. Planktard. Yeah, planktard is better. Anyway. Yeah. Fuck you. I'm just a little wise monkey guy's just becoming such a little weasel. Little snarky comments all over the fucking place now. But again, yeah, he's another guy. Just this ambiguous, you know, mushy, you know, do the life thing. Like we all, you know, should just do some sort of little, you know, snappy little dance, and that's what life is. Life is just this snappy little dance. Snappy little life dance, snappy little life. I'm doing a lot of songs lately. And that's philosophy. Yeah, we'll all do the little snappy life, little dance, and we'll call that, oh, we're being a philosopher because we know a couple of big words, and we can speak a little bit eloquently, but we're completely talking fucking bullshit. I mean, that's all you fuckers are doing. Alright? Deal with the reality. Reproducing chemistry. It's a little machine. I mean, even Pyro plays this game. We're like, oh, the little microbe is trying to get some little bits of food, and he's trying to do this, and he's trying. No, he's not trying to do a motherfucking thing. It's a little fucking machine. It doesn't have any try in it. It doesn't have any kind of want or will or any of that crap. It's a fucking machine, and that's our fucking great grandmother thingy. Okay, that's where we came from. That's what we're made out of. That's the dominant mechanism here. Consumption, reproduction, cannibalism, addiction. Undo those fucking words. Undo those as the foundation of what the fuck we are. Yeah. Alright, now that's enough, I think. Yeah. Okay, till next time and such. Yeah, well, I won't complain about other shit. Fuck that. I complained enough in this video. So, till next time and such. Sorry about the distracting cameras. This really wasn't the best way to do it. I should do the talk to one and then talk to the other thing. Yeah, I haven't done that for a while. Yeah. Certainly. Definitely.